Well, I'm back. Um, I noticed a few things that I want to take care of. In the same song we've been working on, this is number 3 in my little series. Um, at the beginning, we've deleted the beginning notes of the song, which included this seashore, which leaves it completely blank. There's no point in having it. So you can right click on that track and click on delete track. Now when you do that, it takes you out of composer mode. There's another track that I want to get rid of. There's absolutely nothing in there either, as you can see up here. But to confirm it, you go to View, Composer, and now you can see where notes may be down in the track. And you drag back and you confirm. Right, there are no notes. So I'm going to get rid of that too. You don't have to do that. You can leave these tracks in. They don't show up in Maestro anyway. But you're always going to want to be in Composer view so that you can see what's going on in your tracks. And here they are. So now we hit File, Save Song, and I'm going to minimize it. I've changed the size of the Maestro window because Maestro supports drag and drop. Anvil does not. And remember that problem with it not sounding correct? Yeah, I still have it. So I'm going to try from here. Notice how the notes changed? Sounds better. Now, you don't need a tutorial on Maestro, but what I generally do is I start making an ABC out of it by assigning tracks to different instruments, and somewhere along the line I stumble. I find a spot that's like, oh, this isn't going to work, so I may have to go back and edit the MIDI in Anvil again. So first thing I'll do is assign clarinet is not going to work for the main vocals unless I shift it up an octave, but I'm not willing to do that. I like to name my tracks or instruments so that I know what's going on with it a little bit better. And yeah, you probably don't need this. Here comes some tricky parts. This is one thing that I've done before, is I have been known to take, say, this track here in Anvil and clone it and leave all the higher notes in the original, taking out the lower notes. And in the clone track, I leave all the low notes in the original, taking out the high notes. It seems to me that that makes a cleaner sound. So I guess this is one of those things about what I was talking about. I'll get to a certain point where I'm like, I can't do it this way. So I think I'm going to have to do that. Let me look at this next one down too, because it may be the same thing. Well, this one, since there's only like 2-3 notes in the high part and a few in the lower notes, I think it'll be okay. I don't think I need to do anything with that one. I think it'll sound just fine. And the next one down, Looks good. So yeah, this Oregon UP organ, not Oregon. I'm going to go into Anvil and show you what I mean there. You've seen some cloning before, and this is just more of it. So we'll clone the track, and again I'm going to bring it up right underneath the original one so I can have them side by side, or one above the other, and see what's going on better. And we're going to do basically the same thing with this as we did in the last tutorial. Sort of. Only this time I'm going to show you a little trick that I discovered along the way. We're going to leave the higher notes in the higher of the two tracks. Again, just to make things simple for myself. So you haven't noticed this before because I haven't really done it. Well, maybe there was one spot where you might have seen it and wondered what's going on there. Again, if you just click somewhere in here and release, it'll drop a note. Usually. It didn't this time. I haven't quite figured out exactly when or why it does that, but a lot of times it will drop a note there. You don't want that note dropped. And again, usually what I do when I don't want a note dropped is I click in the spot and I kind of highlight and come back. For some reason, that avoids the dropping of a note. Now, you can either take the top line out, and it kind of looks like it depends on, well, it doesn't depend on where you start with your cursor. See, I don't know everything either. Or you can take out the lower notes, or if you're in here in the middle, you can take out all of the notes. Well, we're going to just take the lower notes out, since this is the higher of the two files, so that you can remember which ones you've done what with. I'm going to go all the way to the end of the song, which takes a little while to get there sometimes, depending on the length of the song. Now, as you can see, it's only the lower that's highlighted. So now you edit, delete selection, not time. Then you go to the next one down and you do the same thing, only you're going to delete the higher notes this time. Get all the way back to the beginning. And again, you'll know you're at the beginning when you see these fours. Edit, delete selection, not time. Since I am in the edited version of it, I'll save it. And then I'll drop it, and you'll see again there's two lines for that part. That makes for a cleaner sound, in my opinion. So I'll take the flute, and again it sounds horrible. But if I move forward, let's make sure. I'm not sure. I think it's okay. I don't understand that. Okay, enough playing around. Get back to the tutorial. I think we're done with the Anvil Studio portion of the tutorial. At least for now. I've already kind of gone through here to see if there was anything else that needed to be edited, and it didn't look like it. So I'm going to call this the end of tutorial number 3. And again, good luck. I've only touched on a few basic things. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with Anvil Studio, and I'll probably make some more tutorials sometime in the future. But for now, good luck, and we'll see you again. If nowhere else, at least in game.